Amelia, Cassandra Mateo, Rim Smash! Hi, this is Jessie Anime. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to get all the anime content you'll ever need every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm changing up my upload schedule and now I'm going to upload twice a week, every Wednesday and Saturday. On Wednesday, I'll be doing some sort of anime review, and then on Saturday will be any kind of anime content that I want to upload. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about ReZero Season 2, Episode 4, Parent and Child. I was really excited about this episode because of the end of the previous episode. And just so you know, there will be spoilers. This is a discussion/review, so if you had not seen the episode, please pause, go watch the episode, and then resume this video to hear my discussion and review. Okay. So, at the end of the previous episode, we saw Subaru awaking in his home in the real world with his parents. And we know that this is part of the trial that he has to go through along with Amelia, also having to go through the trial, where you have to confront your past. And like I said in the previous video, it is such a creative way to let us see what Subaru's life was like before he came to this new world. And it was just, I loved every second of it. I love Subaru's dad. He's so funny, and you can tell where Subaru got his humor from. And then his mom, you can kind of tell where he got his kind of listless lack of motivation and kind side from his mom. I really loved this episode so much. It was a lot of dialogue, which isn't typical for ReZero. ReZero is kind of a lot of mystery and action to it, so it was kind of fun to see a little change of pace, have something with more slice of life vibe in this isekai. And I've honestly never seen an isekai that does this, that really shows you what the person's life was like beforehand and lets them confront their past in the real world. And I really loved how doing this allowed Subaru to analyze his life and how much being in this new world has changed him as a person, because he was described as a NEET in, you know, his life in the real world, which, if you don't know, being a NEET in Japan kind of means that you're someone who's unmotivated, doesn't really have a job, isn't going to school, and is kind of just floating through life. And that's how he was before he came to the new world. And it was really cool to see how him being in this new world has changed him as a person. Obviously, he's done some really crazy, heroic things in this new world that he would have never done in the real world. And I really liked when he was talking to his dad and, you know, discussing why he decided he didn't want to go to school anymore. And it wasn't just some, I'm going to decide to be lazy one day thing. Like, we all thought he was just, you know, a typical lazy person. In reality, what it was is that he was really good at things when he was a kid, and then in the future people tried harder than him, became better than him, and he didn't know how to handle it, and it made him just become unmotivated and kind of scared of failure, which I can really relate to, because I kind of stepped away from theater for a long time because people were trying harder and were better at it than me because it was their dream and it wasn't really mine anymore, and it just kind of made me unmotivated to try it anymore. And so I kind of lost that, and I lost those group of friends I had through theater just because I didn't feel the way about it, the same way about it as I used to. And so I can really relate to that, and his kind of lonely feeling in school because people are trying harder than him, are more motivated than him. When I was in high school, I had a lot of times where I really didn't feel like going to school because I didn't want to feel alone, and I was just scared to fail, which is kind of how Subaru feels. And so I can really relate to his reasons for not wanting to go to school, and I really just thought that it was just so cool to analyze him as a person like that, because seriously, there's no other isekai that has really ever done something like this. Like Rising of the Shield Hero, we got a tiny glimpse of his life beforehand, but we never really got to analyze like how this world changed him as a person. But with this, it's just, I loved every second of it. It was so good. I don't care if it was mostly sitting and talking. I really enjoyed the video. And at the end, when it showed what actually happened, not in the trial simulation, where he was so unmotivated and bleh that when he left to go to the convenience store, which is where he was before he went to the other world, he didn't say bye to his mom, and he really regrets that, and he really thinks about how he may never see his parents again, which I actually think would be really interesting is if at the end of the show he ends up getting to go back to the real world and he gets to have this incredible life full of success and happiness because of how much this other world changed him. And I saw someone mention that it would be really interesting if like Amelia and Rem and them ended up in the real world with him, and how that would kind of change those characters if they are in the real world with him. I just really liked this episode. It was a really nice change of pace from the action and stuff like that. Not that I don't like the action and gore in the other episodes, but it was really fun to see a little bit of a change of pace and see them really take a risk in the isekai genre, something that I've never really seen them do before in the genre. So that's all for today. On Saturday, I will be uploading my anime monthly favorites video, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye!